few weeks ago, I made the very terrifying realization that there were more episodes of the X-Files than there were days until the new miniseries comes out in January. I've always considered myself a nerd, to some extent. And The X-Files is one of those shows that has always been on my list of things that I wanted to watch, but for some reason I never really got around to it. And I think in part that reasoning was that there was no specific deadline to it. It was like, yeah, at some point I'll watch The X-Files. Realizing that now I had a deadline and that it was coming up very, very fast in comparison to how much X-Files there is. There's 9 seasons and 2 movies, guys. That was a little scary for me. So if I've been MIA, it's because I'm now about done with season 3 of The X-Files. The fun part about all of this X-Files watching is that whenever I watch a new series for an extended period of time, I start to come up with theories and sort of realize things. I find sci-fi procedural shows to be much more believable than normal procedurals. So X-Files is very much sci-fi, paranormal, possession, occult, all those things. And on the other hand, CSI is very, it still gets into some weird stuff, and we'll go into that more in a minute, but it's very based in science and fact. Everything that's happening on CSI could conceivably happen in real life. The stuff that happens on the X-Files, they want to make you believe it, but it's also not supposed to be taken as something that actually happens to real people. And I find that the X-Files is more believable in part because it's not meant to be believed. When you're watching a sci-fi procedural, you have already suspended your disbelief. They're already in this world of, this is nuts. So we're just like, yeah, you know what, this is crazy, but within the crazy, it sort of makes sense within itself. And I think Fringe is the same way. They're investigating fringe science, so when observers start showing up and they tell you that there's an alternate universe where there's a version of every single one of the main characters, you're just like, you know what? I mean, I'm already on the boat to Crazy Town. I may as well just go with this. Whereas on the other hand, normal procedurals, they want you to believe that this is something that could actually happen. And a lot of it is stuff that actually can happen. Nobody on CSI gets killed in a normal way. Nope, there was never anyone who was just like, man, this was a grisly murder, but that guy was here at the wrong place at the wrong time. Nothing on CSI is, it's believable in some sense, yes, it could happen, but it's not all gonna happen to the same team. I find The X-Files and Fringe to be more enjoyable, more believable shows in many cases than a lot of the typical procedurals, and I watch a lot of those too. I'm excited. So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts on this idea of mine that sci-fi procedurals are more believable, I'd love to hear them. If any of you watch The X-Files, I only have 2 people that I can talk about The X-Files with, and one of them is Twitter. So if you can let me know that you watch The X-Files and can hold a conversation about it, because it's all I can talk about right now. Thanks so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. I've been watching a lot of The X-Files, but I hope to be posting more videos soon. Bye guys.